minutes. So last thing that we're going to do is scroll down to, this is Innocence Workflow 2, and we do Velveteen Magic. And it gives that nice dark rich color, but as you can see, her face and everything is just out of focus. So this is where we're going to use our brush tool again, and we're going to take it off the subject. So I do 100% opacity. We're going to go with a black brush since it's a white background. So we're going to take this off of her skin at 100%. I also want detail from the corset, so we're going to pull it off of there. It's okay to brush over the bike because we're going to take that off the bike as well. We don't want any of the bike to be impacted with the filter or effect. So we're brushing that off, the skin and the face. I'm going to lower these down some so we can get her hands. And then her foot, because again, I said we always forget that. And I'm also going to do her shoe because I want her shoe to be seen. I also like to go over the threads of the jeans, just to give it some dimension. Whoop, we don't want to do that over the seat. I was sitting for that. So, okay, everything that I wanted at 100 is off of her. I'm going to make this a bigger brush, and we're going to leave the seats alone. Take the filter off the bike. Really draw out the details of the machine. Boo, 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 boo. Draw the size down. And this is what's going to really make the image stand out, is bringing out the details you want emphasis on. I think I got everything at 100. Alright, then I drop down to 60, and we're going to do the seat. I'm going to zoom in here so you can see what the difference is here. So I really like to find some details in the seat. See, right now it's masked at 100, so you can see the filter at full effect. But if you pull just a little bit, you're going to get some of that texture back, really see the leather as it's supposed to be, without taking away too much of the effect. I also do 60% on the jacket. The hair. And also, I'm going to bump this up and then drop this down to 30% and get the pants. Just give some of that jean texture back its life. And then I'm going to zoom out here. I also want to get the glass at 30 because I do kind of want that to be prominent, but not overly such. So take the filter off, put it back on. Looks really nice. And then I also am going to take this back up to 60 and make this brush a little bit bigger and brush off some of that grass. But we're not done, guys. One more effect. And that's back to Painterly. Sorry, 3 nails workflow, and I lied. Painterly. Ha 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 ha. Painterly, yep. So this is the Painterly portrait collection that I'm working with, and under Painterly tone texture, we're going to use Warhol. And again, this is a rich contrast. I really like the dark and moody feel it gives. Alright, so before, after, again with the brush off, we have to go in, do the same exact thing you did the last time. We're going to take it off the skin. Where's my brush? There we go. 100% opacity off the skin. Boop. Take that off her face. Drop the brush size down. Get those hands. I don't know why I come down here and get this one. I'm gonna go over the bike. I don't know, I guess I'm just goofy like that. And then the corset as well, because we're gonna bring back those details. And we're gonna get the bike. Make that brush bigger. I also am pretty big fan of forgetting what I already went over. I wish there was like a way to I guess see a color overlay or something. I don't know if there is or not. Someone can tell me if there is. I don't know. Take this off the bike. Alright, so that's everything at 100% removed. And then back to 60% for this. Bring back some of that detail on the bike seats. Alright, and then the jacket, the hair. And I'm going to leave the jeans the way they are. I'm going to drop this down to 30% and get that glass again on the front of the bike. Alright, and before and after, I think that looks pretty good. I'm going to take the effect off the grass again at 60%. Okay. That brush pretty big. There you go. Pretty well good. I think obviously I could have done a little bit better on cutting in the details and stuff, but it is what it is. I'm going to flatten the image. I don't know if any of you have this or not, but I'm also a big fan of Topaz. If you don't have their suite products and you're not really in the budget for it right now, wait till Black Friday. I got a heck of a deal. I think it was like $89 for all three. But I really loved Topaz Denoise and Topaz Sharpen. There's also like Gigapixel and things like that you could use. But I just think it really brings out some of the finer details. Like you can see the before over here and the after. I don't think the quality of this video is going to be that great that you're going to actually see the difference that I'm talking about. But I always run these through denoise, even if there is no noise to be removed. I think Sharpen really kind of, it can sharpen too much and then it just throws the image off, in my opinion. But I mean, even subtle differences in the headlamp are striking, but it just gives it that edge. I mean, all the details come out. It really gives it a nice finish, I think. And since we still have a few minutes here, I'm also going to play a little detail. Like, if you go to, geez, it's the portrait? No. It is the, sorry, I'm terrible at navigating these. Under the Portrait Retouch collection, I really like this a lot. The eye enhancers. I'm going to zoom in a little bit more here. And I just pretty much use these the way that they're made. So this is the all over foundation. The iris enhancers. Brighten iris color. Shrink that down to the size of the iris there. And the outer rims. Smaller. Just gives the eye a little edge. And then the catch light. And lashes and brows. I don't really do the lashes very much unless it's like a really good close-up portrait image. But brows I will do. And then what I'll do is I'll throw all these with, I lied, I'll use this one too, define the eyes. Make that a little bit bigger. Just click once for each eye. And we'll take all these, throw them in a folder just so that I can one click see the difference. That's just like a micro adjustment. If you want to do it, great. If you don't have to. It's really hard to see it unless you're really zoomed in. So, and you just save your image, go back to Lightroom, and boom, boom, there it is. So, this is what I usually turn over to a client. That's what I would usually turn over to a client, period. I might use some like fancy flares and stuff inside of Lightroom. But here lately, I've really been trying to use the Greater Than Gatsby's because, guys, this just makes the photo. I don't care who you are. That just says, bam. And I think maybe her face is a little too bright, but yeah, that's pretty basic workflow. Thanks for watching.